We're heading into the winners match. The last chance qualifier continues for HGC 2024, the Hanzo Genji Cup. Yeah, Towers of Doom, it's the first map of our best of 3 series, and again, as this is a winners match, it means that the team that wins here qualifies for the final phase of the tournament. So they're going to qualify for the playoffs, for the finals, and the loser still has another chance, but obviously you kind of want to make sure that you're qualifying here. In total, 6 teams qualify for the last phase. 4 qualified already, 2 through qualifier number 1, 2 through qualifier number 2, and the final 2 will qualify here today. Towers of Doom again is our starting map for all of this. And we have a Squeal Team 6 against One Direction. So Sylvanas is the one that gets banned first. We are on the NA server. This entire tournament is a little bit smaller. It's really just catering more towards the NA teams and the NA players. It's played out on the NA server. Europeans can still participate, but they have to play cross-server. And then on top of that, we also have the starting time adjusted slightly so that it is a bit easier for North American players to participate in the entire thing. All of this is happening thanks to Psychiv, thanks to Kevin, so big shout out to him. We have $1,000 as a prize pool for the teams here. And with Lucio now banned out, let's see what Squeal Team 6 is going to do. So they started off well. Again, they came into the last chance qualifier here, immediately eliminated their opponents. Now the opportunity to lock in one of the tickets for the final phase of the tournament and get into the top 6 here. Juan Direction, also a fan favorite, of course. I mean, with that name, with that team name, how could you not be? It's actually the battle of the teams that get the most creative with their names. Porky with Squeal Team 6. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. But One Direction is certainly giving them a run for the money there. So after now Sylvanas and Junkrat have been banned, we're now getting Hogger banned out too. And I want to stress once again that we have 0 draft rules for the tournament. So there's no pre-bans, there's no, well, you can only play hero once within series rule, there's no bounties. This is just an absolute vanilla tournament, as normal as it can get. And teams can pick heroes every single game as you would usually be able to. So let us know if you like that. Let us know if you prefer other formats that we've been running, just so we also get a bit of feedback on this. But we have now Brightwing as a first pick for the red team. So Nintori is looking that in quickly. Blaze and Rhaegar then on the other side for One Direction. And yeah, Blaze in particular, of course, is one of the heavily focused first picks and side laners here. Could go Dehaka on Towers of Doom, which is usually a second top spot, but then again, even Leo would make a good choice here for them, unless they want to go full crazy and bless us with some sexy Viking plays, for example. I definitely would not mind that at all. We had some Viking plays in qualifier number 2, and it's always pretty fun. So we get Hanzo and Diablo, so you can go for the combo again. You can go Hanzo's arrow into a Diablo stun with Apocalypse and the follow-up there. So definitely a couple of plays they could make right now if they're trying to wombo, but then they also need the damage follow-up afterwards that they can use here. Now, for the red team, we get Leo banned out. But again, with Diablo, you can pair Yrel. Yrel would be pretty good here. You can still go for Dehaka. Dehaka has been banned out either. So depending on how you want to play the map, if you want to have another global, or if you want to have Yrel to really help them out with zone control and also with survivability, they could do that too. But what's also the front line going to be for... Okay, Garrosh gets banned right away. With them banning Leo, they're thinking, okay, you don't have a main tank yet. What could be one that gets really annoying here? So they ban Garrosh out. I mean, you can still play Jojo, Blaze, and Johanna, of course, a fantastic front line too, that you could always focus on. But the blue team, main tank and damage dealer. That's what we're likely going to get. They have to play with a sub here, by the way. So they got Soaking subbing in today for them. So they also have one European player. Mirrodin and Greymane. Mirrodin and Blaze. We get Greymane for damage and also bullets against Porky, very likely. And Porky has been a very, very popular target. I mean, everybody's just like starting to snipe him down mega quickly here. And that has been going on for multiple games. But the team has been successful. And he's also been able to facilitate a lot of kill opportunities for his teammates. And lead them to this position where they can now make it into the final round of the tournament. Maiev and Dehaka. So the side lane has been established. We get Dehaka indeed. And we get Maiev on top of that. So once again, they're trying to be aggressive here. That leaves us with our final pick. And we get Nathanatos here. Needs a little bit more damage. Could go for another frontline. If they really want to go another melee, they could technically try and do that here too. But it would have to be somebody that also is able to pack a bit of a punch. Because Greymane alone with the rest of the lineup that they have is not going to be enough. So they go for the range damage. They go for Lunara. Bambi is in. Towers of Doom is our first map. The winner's match, ladies and gentlemen. One Direction against Squeal Team 6. Let's go. So, good news as we're heading into game number 1. They don't have to play with a sub. One Direction, they got their player back. Red appeared, so no sub needed for the blue team. We have them in game number 1 with Juan Pablo on Lunara, Shredded Wind on Rhaegar. Coffee is playing Blaze, Red on Muradin, and Nathanatos is playing Greymane. Over on the right side of the map, we got Brandon for Squeal Team 6 with Hanzo. Chaotic on Maiev. Diablo played by Porky with the Soul Shield on level 1. Naz is playing Dehaka. And Nintori on Brightwing. Okay, let the games begin. Towers of Doom, the opening map for the series. And of course, the big question, which team will take the lead? Who can move on to the next phase of the event? Oh, it might be the red team. At least they're getting the first kill. They get first blood against... oh, do they get a second one? Bit of body blocking against Coffee might help here. But Greymane has already gone down, so the initial fight ends in favor of Squeal Team 6. Yeah. I actually believe that Squeal Team 6 should be forced to ride the money pick. It's an oversight, to say the least, to have a team that is called Squeal Team 6 and not have the entire team use the money pick. I think that should be a yellow card, honestly, now that I think about it. It is, yeah, it is such a lost opportunity. It's kind of sad. The potential, just imagine the potential. It would have been amazing. But we now have the camps appearing on the map, so the teams are going to start to make their move for those. We have, at the same time, Diablo getting targeted again. Porky, not again. Brightwing to the rescue, but they're still invading the camp, I suppose. It might force Dehaka to tunnel down, and he's already made that appearance. Can he connect the tongue? Eats a Stormbolt, might not get the drag. Connects it, but nobody follows up. Oh, no trust. They didn't trust Dehaka to suck in Greymane. That could have been a kill. But while the blue team had to retreat, the red team sees an opportunity to steal their camp away. They might go a bit too... Yeah. I don't think it's happening, is it now? There's a 5-man coming up. They have to retreat here, or the blue team might pick up a kill. But they got all of the pumpkins connected with the structures at the bottom wall, destroying a tower already, so that was good. Dehaka doesn't have his global yet, so he's still sitting at the top. Should have it back soon, I guess, but maybe not in time for the fight. Red also. Let's be a bit careful here. Got into tower range for a moment. They got targeted immediately. So now both teams on level 4. Only a single kill in the game. Each team has got their own pumpkin camp. But I believe this one is gonna get defeated, whereas the red team escorted theirs into structure range and did some serious damage there. In the middle, Dehaka wanted to go for him. Weren't able to take him out yet though. But instead, it's again Greymane who's in trouble. The tongue connect from Naz, and then Diablo attempting to help him out and take down Greymane. The triple altar phase is now up, so the early game going a little bit better for the red team. No insane advantages, but just generally they seem to be the ones making most of the moves and making most of the plays, initiating them. I mean, can they continue that here and maybe get 2 out of the 3? Another wall stun, but Diablo might have gone too deep on this one. There's not a lot of support here. Brightwing is too late. And Porky gets killed. Yeah, he definitely overstepped just a bit. And we also have Hanzo in the corner. Gets targeted by the Stormbolt. Connects, and that is the end of him. Lunara with a final hit. And that means that One Direction gets not only 2 out of the 3 altars, very likely. They're not there yet. But they are also gaining more and more momentum. And they have taken a lead in experience, which of course is going to help them as well. So things are looking a bit better for them right now. We still are looking at some action here in the middle of the map. Rhaegar now with Purification as his level 7 choice. Bambi has gone into the Choke and Pollen. And at the top left now, the channel is happening from Coffee, but Nas is ready to interrupt it. The red team has already gotten their own channel over on the right side, but obviously this is eventually going to end up in the blue team's hands. So 2 altars for Juan direction, and yeah, for the Squeal team, we get another mercenary camp. So they take the pumpkins once again as they're moving slowly down towards the bottom of the map. Red, okay. Also be careful here, as the Haka comes in again, wants to connect another Tong. They're moving in for Greymane. Nice tether first from Maiev, and he has absolutely no chance of survival. Didn't even use the Tong against Greymane, saved it for Muradin, and that means a double kill for the red team. Squeal team 6 gets the double kill. Well played. Push power at the bottom of the map enhanced by pumpkins, both camps, and this might actually lead to them taking the full bell tower conversion. First pumpkin is already in, and if those 3 connect too, then it's going to be dangerously low. It's going to be a 5-man, but still, 1 pumpkin is already moving in, number 2, number 3, and yep, this is getting closer and closer to being taken over. And since everyone on the blue team is now focusing onto the bot lane and the defense, the Haka has more time at the top. He's sitting at the top and is escorting another wave out. But of course, they need to make sure that they're not losing anyone here. Yeah, it's a 5 versus 4. And they're getting a kill, don't they? Yep, Muradin gets bullied into tower range. Both of them take aim. De Haka was hoping to follow up with another one. Couldn't. But Juan Pablo on Bambi might not make it. It's a kill. Little kill steal from Maiev there, as they're moving for Coffee, and he gets body blocked. There's the isolation, eats the damage, and they're gonna get him too. It's just a matter of time, but he will die. That is such a great position now for Squeal Team 6. 6 kills to 2, level 10, and they have just a great lead in experience, in map presence, and of course, an easy channel on the altar. The sad thing for them, if anything, is that it was only a single altar phase. Would have been much nicer for them if they could have channeled 2 or even 3, let's say. But now we're going for the bell tower, and look at that. The Haka was trying to come in from behind. They're immediately engaging with everyone. 5 versus 3. There's the barbecue play. That's the beauty of running a heroic ability when your opponent doesn't have level 10 yet. Just in time, they grab the bell tower. They take down Rhaegar. And with 7 kills to 2, they're now firmly in the driver's seat. On the objective, on the core, they have 32 points to 32 now. We have Greymane without a choice yet. So Greymane has actually not made a move yet on his heroic ability. Could do so soon though. And at the bottom of the map, Lunara, yeah, getting attacked again. Needs to be a little bit careful over here. They hope to, of course, take back the bell tower, but that's going to be difficult with only Lunara poking away. De Haka, right wing with a heal, nice. Rhaegar's coming in too, but they are able to escape. Big arrow now coming in. Yeah, and it misses everything. God, they were hoping to set that up. Diablo did not go Apocalypse this time, so there's no combo potential, but again, if that arrow connects, then of course they have all the time in the world to get a kill here. Bambi is alone at the bottom of the map and is going up against Hanzo here. But Blaze jumping in, getting dissed in the process, just as he moves in with the jet propulsion. They get a wall stun against him too. Ancestral has to be used. He doesn't have the cooldown for Bunker, but the fight continues. It's a 4 versus 4. And the double ult at the bottom of the map is now slowly coming up. With another 7 seconds, we're going to have it ready. So the bottom one should be a freebie, since both of the bot lane bell towers are under the control of the red team, and they should also honestly get this one because they have a level 13 talent advantage, and I doubt that the red team is going to be willing to fight here. So the first 5 shots are fired. In total, 10 are being taken away, and that puts them down now to 19 points. Level 13 is in as well. They're trailing by more than a level. There's the disc against Muradin. Puts the silence into play, of course, too. Rhaegar quickly with the purification. 20,000 damage by Maiev currently. She's top damage in the game. But this is quite the opening from the red team. Another kill, Muradin is gone, and he's just burning them to a crisp with a tether from Maiev. Nathanatos on Greymane falls, loses his level 7 stacks, the ones that he still had there. It's actually sitting at 4 still, so had a few more than I expected him to with the Wizened Duelist. But the direction of the game is still clear. Currently, one direction only is going backwards. That's the only reaction, or the only direction this game is going for them. They need to change pace a little bit and turn it by 180 if they want to have a chance here. Because currently they are in for a lot of suffering if this continues. The momentum that is being building up for Squeal Team 6 is pretty big, and Mercenary Camp, after Mercenary Camp is taken, so there's lots of pumpkins that are traveling through the bot lane and could technically put the core down even further. Maybe now? Again, it's Diablo that might be in trouble. He's trying to bully his way back out, and Porky is dead. Porky is down. Brightwing not assisting anything here. Maybe a follow-up kill against Maiev, and yep, indeed, with Rhaegar and Lunara moving in. That's 2 heroes down, and they could get another one. Brightwing with help. Big arrow! Massive arrow! And an insta-kill on Blaze. They still get the Haka, though, but Hanzo wants to clean things up, and it just can't. Diablo is back and is still hoping to help the team to get a few more kills. And honestly, there's definitely a chance of that happening because they're all insanely low and they're taking down Bambi and also Muradin. So what looked initially like an utter disaster for the red team turned into a pretty okay situation again. They are now at 12 kills to 5. They are about at level 16, and they just got another 5-shot channel on the altar, putting the opponent's core down to 14. So that was a really sexy turn. Very nice turn in that fight. Helped, of course, by the fact that Diablo had his soul stacks and was back very quickly. But that went from left to right super fast. So nicely done. 12 stacks for Greymane on the Wizened Duelist. Just as a bit of a side note for you guys. But they are moving again with pumpkins through the bottom of the map. Level 16 talons makes things more dangerous and potentially worse now, if you can connect those. Of course, the boss is up too. One more altar channel with the current situation would also mean single-digit points on the core for the blue team. So One Direction is trying to take that bell tower back. Has to. It's trying to also make sure that those pumpkins are not connecting, but that forces them to defend pretty far forward and allows potentially for another kill opportunity. They had to sacrifice the bunker cooldown on this one. No, we're blocking this and at least avoided the pumpkins connecting. Trying to go for maybe the Haka over here. Brightwing is coming in. Gets the lick. Nice. But Rhaegar was ready for it. The arrow, though, against Bambi. The wall stun. And the barbecue. And he gets the kill, but he also dies. Porky is always willing to go for a Sudoku move if he can get a kill in the process. So, 13 to 6. Yeah. Another little move now. Red. Blue team wants kills. They have level 16, so this is the best chance for them to fight. And with that jet propulsion, they might just get Brandon. Yeah, can Brightwing save the day? Maybe not. Hanzo, he's still alive. How were they able to save him here? Kudos to Nintori for being able to get one heal through after another. I already thought, oh yeah, basically I thought he's dead. Muradin gets killed. They're turning these fights. It's crazy. They've turned so many of these fights where they essentially already lost the battle, and then they're still able to go back in, get kills. Now it's Rhaegar and Greymane that both die. The Wolf Pact is gone. They're trying to at least get one channel, because if they do, they can prevent the game from ending, and they are not able to make it work. So very likely this is going to end things. If Nintori succeeds with the channel, it's all over. Has to cancel. The core is now down to 4 points. Big arrow against Lunara. Bambi is gone. Only Blaze is alive. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is game. Game number 1 ends in favor of Squeal Team 6 as they get the full triple channel on the 3 altars that spawned. And the red team, therefore, takes the lead on Towers of Doom. GG. Well played.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Squeal Team 6 has been successful on the first map. It's actually a pretty quick one by them, so they controlled especially the second half of the game very nicely. And while Towers of Doom is of course a huge comeback map, One Direction, they were true to their name and they only went one direction and that was backwards. So yeah, not quite their game, but now that we're heading into the second map, of course they can still turn it around. They need to win 2 in a row now if they want to directly qualify for the playoffs for the final phase of the tournament. If Squeal Team 6 now wins on Tomb of the Spider Queen as well, they would be the first team today in the last chance qualifier that makes it out of this little group that we're playing out here. So, big opportunity for the red team. It's match point. For the blue team, an opportunity to force map number 3. Now, quick reminder, even if the loser of this series goes up against the Storm League Enjoyers, against the European team, and the match between those two would then decide the second team to make it out of the group. So the loser is not automatically out and has lost their chance. They still have an opportunity, but they would have to go up against the Europeans. And in the first round, we actually had Squeal Team 6, who are currently in the lead, go up against them and defeat them with a 2-0. But One Direction, at least in this particular tournament, has not faced off against them yet. So we get Lucio and Blaze as our opening 2 picks for One Direction. And I was honestly... After the last map, I really thought they would ban Maya. I'm a bit surprised that they didn't ban her. And this I've seen this draft before somewhere. I can't put my finger on it. Where have I seen this draft before? Guys, help me out there a little quickly. Maiev, Diablo, Brightwing. Those heroes, they are familiar. I can't put my finger on it. But, yeah. I mean, Hanzo's banned this time. Noga is banned, but obviously the exact same picks so far when it comes to those 3. So Maiev, Diablo, and Brightwing have been chosen. Sylvanas gets banned out. Final ban for the blue team. But let's see what they're taking instead of. I suppose that we're not going to get the Haka, we're going to get a different side laner. And they have to, of course, replace Hanzo, who has been banned out. But essentially the rest is the same. And if you ban anything, I really thought they would ban Maiev. Maiev was played very well, created a lot of kill opportunities for the Squeal team, and they let her go through, and Chaotic instantly locked her in, so we have a first pick on her. Jojo has been banned, Garrosh has been banned, since Diablo was already taken. They go Mei, okay. They go Mei and Juan Pablo with Tychus. The NA boys, they like Tychus. Gul'dan for Brandon. A mage with a lot of wave clear for Tomb, so great pick for him. Could also go Drain. We've seen a few Drain builds even on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And Naz as the side laner is now to decide what exactly he wants to play against Mei and Blaze. Again, Ural, Leo, you got plenty. Plenty to go around here. There's no restrictions, and they go Leoric. They're gonna go for the Drain. That leaves us with our final pick for Nathanatos. Question, of course, being, are they able to force game number 3? Yes, no. They need more damage. Tychus alone is not going to cut it for them here. So, what is he going to take? And honestly, I would also like a little bit more wave clear on their end. They have Blaze, which is always nice, but he's not going to be part of the rotation between the mid and the top lane. So, having a bit more wave clear there would definitely do... would be great for them. And are we going to get a mage? They go Cassia. Cassia's in. Ladies and gentlemen, map number 2. Tomb of the Spider Queen. One Direction against Squeal Team 6. We are on map number 2. The blue team with Juan Pablo on Tychus. We get Coffee on Blaze. Red this time playing Mei on the front. Shredded Wind on Lucio for the quick rotations. And we got Stacks for their second damage dealer. So in this case, Thunderstroke as a level 1 talent for Nathanatos on Cassia. As over on the right side of the map, we got One Direction with Porky on Diablo. We got Chaotic again on Maiev, already very successful with on the first map on Towers of Doom. Brandon with Gul'dan, going for a Fellflame build. We have Naz on Leoric for the side lane duel against Blaze, and Nintori on Brightwing. So the core of the team is still the same as what we had on map number 1. So they're playing a very similar composition again. Can they take it once more? A 2-0 victory would put them into the playoffs, into the final phase of the tournament. Whoever loses this series goes up against the Storm League Enjoyers to determine the second team to make it out of the last chance qualifier. Diablo, this is the same play again. This is the exact same thing that happened on the first map. I'm not even kidding. This is the exact same hero or player that died. They lost Greymane back then, but it was Nathanatos that played him. So they go into the fight, they get pushed back. Diablo flips one target around, pushes into the tower range, and that's a kill. The exact same play. Oh my god, killing the exact same player is kind of crazy. I mean, good for them. Opening it up with first blood, helping him also with the control on gems. They are looking at 15 right now, and the blue team is definitely falling short a little bit. So a very, very good start. And also, of course, with fights like that, Gul'dan can very, very quickly complete his quest. He's sitting at 14 stacks already. Not that his level 1 is a mega difficult one to complete in the first place, but he is mega quick with it right now. We have Diablo with Gul'dan still at the top. They got a bit of an assistance down at the bottom of the map as they're trying to go for the Siege Giants here. And since nobody rotates over from one direction, it's an easy one. Leo gets those Siege Giants. Blaze can't do anything about it. Both teams have also gone for the Bruiser camp. So now the middle is where the attention shifts towards. And this is also where, again, the AoE damage from Brandon, from Gul'dan, is going to help them a lot, of course. So that's already what they're doing here. 5-man now that Blaze has entered the fight and has started to say hello here. But the early level 4 still for the red team. And we're getting Neil Peasant for Leoric. Yep. Will do, will do. So, as is, we get now 7 stacks for Cassia. So, not really too much yet. Diablo is getting attacked again. There's the stun, and Porky dies. That's also 11 gems that they still have to get, and they were able to get all of them. But the question is, can they get them out? Because Leoric is low, and Naz with 17 gems falls. So, yep, that one hurt. That's 17 gems that are now gone. They were also protected, meaning they made sure that nobody else moved in order to bring them back. At the top, at least some damage was done here, but I gotta say, this is still a really, really good spot for the blue team. They got 2 kills out of this. They denied a few gems. After the early game, that was a bit iffy. This is definitely giving them a bit of hope. And now if you look at the gem count, for example, the blue team is much, much closer to locking in an objective. They're just 1 gem short of having the numbers. We just need to start delivering them. Leo at the bottom of the map still fighting it out. That was a really, really important one for the blue team. First killing Porky, then following up with a kill on Leoki and dropping him too. 28 gems that can potentially be delivered by Squeal Team 6. But a potential full turn in from the opponents. And Chaotic, bit low. Lucio wants the kill, can't get it, and instead he goes too deep and gets punished. Lucio is gone. Didn't lose any gems in the process, but the entire blue team is now low. This is the moment where Leoric hopes that he's already on level 10 and can drop an Entomb. Can you imagine an Entomb here? They would have lost 3 heroes. But we're not on level 10 yet. So it's kind of unlucky for Naz. But yeah. Good damage again at the wall. Poking that out 1 hit at a time. And then on top of that, we are, of course, still looking at potential turn-ins. And it's actually the red team that has started to turn in some of their gems. They have 44. They could also complete it. Maiev comes in, interrupts. The rest of the teams are also looking at that. Leo at the bottom is able to deliver the final gems that they needed. And that gives us the Web Weaver wave for the red team. If they can get some kills now and maybe deny even a few more gems to the blue team, that momentum might just swing their way once more. So, 2 kills to 2. Web Weavers are slowly descending here. Experience is dead even. There's no lead. By the way, Tychus has gone into In the Rhythm. So he's at 24 stacks right now for In the Rhythm. Funnily enough, Tychus and Cassie have the same amount of stacks at this point. Very different talents. Very different amounts that we're expecting from them. But at this point, both of them on the exact same level. So the push here in the middle is already happening, and Gul'dan, of course, is going to be a huge asset here, trying to burn these minimum waves down quickly, so that they can get a lot of value from those Web Weavers, and yep, they are starting to take that fort out. They're also starting to get another kill. Yep, Lucio dies once more. So Lucio's dead, the wall in the middle, the wall at the top are all destroyed. At the bottom of the map, the fort falls. Big objective. Big objective for the red team, and it's not over yet. The Web Weavers might mostly be defeated, but the fort in the middle falls too. That means that 2 forts have now been destroyed with the first Web Weaver wave. So an absolute fantastic start into this. It's not even over yet. Even the bottom wall at the keep is taking some damage, and since they have gotten level 10, they can steal the opponent's camp away, which seems to be the goal here. 82 gems for the blue team, 33 still in the hands of Squeal Team 6. Are they trying to sneak that turn in? They are, And I guess they're gonna get it, because what the red team is doing instead is getting a kill on Blaze. That's a lot of gems lost. That's 30 gems that they just lost there, and the wall gets destroyed. Not sure if sneaking that turn in was really worth it, but at least they're going to be able to defend the lanes. But losing Blaze and losing all the gems that he was holding, that definitely hurt a lot. That's a huge problem right now. It's a massive problem, honestly, because a lot of the web weavers, as they're spawning, are now spawning also very deep in blue team territory. So all the way over on the left side. At least they're getting level 10 in time. But the advantage for Porky's team is pretty gigantic right now. That's a huge one. 4 kills to 2. Another push happening. This is out as they're making a play potentially for MIF. Valkyrie did not connect, did not bring them anything here. Yeah, but the web weavers, bottom of the map already defended. There's actually a catapult that is pressuring for the keep at the bottom of the map. Leo is defending the middle, and the rest of the team is currently defending the top. So, yeah, it's tough times. Here comes the barbecue play by Porky as he goes for the lightning breath and trying to force them back. But the defense was absolutely strong, real powerful, and they are doing a great job defending all of this. Here comes an attempt to isolate Gul'dan, and this might actually result in a kill against him. Brandon is low, gets a few heals, drops the Horrify, and makes it out of the fight. Kind of bonkers. So he gets out of the fight, is able to escape here. Instead, they're killing Cassia. It's game 1 all over again. Not only the first blood of the game was following the same pattern, but you look at these fights, and they just seem so often as if we would see the blue team starting a comeback with a kill or two, and then what happens instead is a turnaround during the battle with even low hit points on the red team, and they're able to pull it off. 43 stacks for Tychus, 32 stacks for Cassia. We have 30,000 damage for Gul'dan and nearly 30,000 damage for Tychus. So when it comes to the damage numbers and a lot of the stacks, I'm not really doing too bad. I'm not feeling too far behind. But then you look at the minimap, and it's just an utter wasteland for the blue team. Losing 2 forces early in the game is rough. Losing gems as Blaze gets killed is another problem. And then on top of that, you're just looking at turn-in opportunities for the red team, for the Squeal team, which would allow them to not only drop the fort at the top lane, but maybe even get a keep. Because the issue is that there's a massive gap in experience that results in a level 13 talent advantage and essentially a 2-level lead. So it's big, it's huge. They have so many opportunities here right now. They got the turn in, all they gotta do is make sure that they're not dying. And Porky doesn't have to go ham here. Yeah, Leo was itching to drop the Entomb. Decided eventually to not make that play, but yes, he was definitely thinking about it. Valkyrie, okay, it's not going to be enough. Jet propulsion follow-up was there, but they don't have the damage yet. They're not even going for the fort at the top because they know it's going to fall no matter what. But over here, the situation is a little bit different. Again, Lightning Breath, Disc out against Mei. Web Weavers at the bottom of the map too. And Web Weavers at the bottom are actually traveling in good company, so this is a very dangerous push. And it's getting more dangerous because now it's a 4 versus 5. Mei is gone. Mei is down, and they still want to go for the keep here. Bottom of the map, Siege Giants, Web Weavers, somebody has to deal with it. It's Cassia, it's the entire team. They're giving up the position in the middle. They give up their keep. First keep is getting destroyed here by Winions, and they rotate to the top, where the fort has already fallen, even denying the wall to the opponent as a potential scouting tool for later on. Brandon is taking it on. They're going for another wall, and the lead is just being extended. I mean, there's not even now there's no level 13. Even now there's no level 13 for the blue team. They need that talent. They're trailing with the talent the entire time. They're going to get it any moment, but another wall has been destroyed. Cassia is at the bottom of the map trying to get experience for them, and she gets them the level 13 talent, but they've suffered so much damage here already. It's a bit nasty. Keep gone in the middle, the one at the top on half HP, the one at the bottom exposed. 16 is so close now. It is such a great play from Squeal Team 6. This winners match is all theirs. It's theirs to lose at this point. If they play this the way that they've so far been running the game, they will move on to the final phase of the Hanzo Genji Cup 2024. Level 16 talents are already completing the builds. Mei is down, Cassia is gone. The continuous pressure that we're seeing from the red team is paying off. 3 down, they go for number 4. Porky goes deep, Horrify is there, Diablo survives. The top keep won't. They're not even going for it. They're just saying, boys, we got core here. We can end the game, get that 2-0, make it happen. Move on to the next round and just seal it. Core is falling, and it's falling quickly. Fantastic performance here by Squeal Team 6. Still a bit mad at them for not picking the money pick, but hey, they are delivering on the gameplay side. A 2-0 victory as they qualify for the final rounds.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.